The disease-ridden sinkhole that is this city was once a prosperous, healthy place. Factories and chemistry labs have, however, spewed so many toxins into the air that breathing is now a risk. Corporations moved in, and fear now lives in the remaining citizens. If only I could tell you what a mess it is. This school is the same place I went to as a child, every day of every week, hating it more and more. Now it is the only safe haven I have, and I come not for education, but for fear of my life otherwise. Corridors once filled with innocent children now house the victim of a society corrupted by its leaders. This is the city where I met her, she who is no longer, torn from me by the wretches of the fires I lit and left to burn. Fire swept through here once, destroying all the homes and families that once were. When no one would rebuy the land, factories took over. Chemicals and smoke bled from the stacks, like wounds on the skin of the world, destroying the fragile and fleeing ecosystem. Trees that once lined the footpath now wither away what's left of their brittle bones. Few people remain from lack of immunity. Fewer stayed sane. Some got out while they can. Most perished. I guess I was the unlucky one to survive. When crooked families turn crooked deals, the fires of fate rise to meet them, and pay to them that which they conceal in their flesh and burn through in their freedom. The roads that led away from the city, once lined with cars, now at a standstill, all day, every day, putting life on hold like the pause button on a videotape. Cars line this highway, now they stand still, rested by time when time itself has become still. That is when you know age is no longer just a number. Peaceful families torn apart by the corruption of a society and diseases they never asked for, that some even fought so hard against, growing food for the people who betrayed them and destroyed their lives, destroyed them. Caves I once tracked as a kid, exploring and sheltering myself from the cold nights. From dusk till dawn, they hid me and let me believe I was the only one left. Sadly, now I am, at least as far as I am concerned. War between the population and governments ruined the social society of the city for years. Every day new bills would be drafted and new protests would be created to stop them. Once the most earthy and its fellow pioneers, when the storms of the ocean hit the mountains of clay. For days the storms would rage, far across the Anakaya Range and further out into the deserts beyond, dropping gallons of water down in the complex ecosystem below. The crystals in this cave paint the most beautiful picture, like Picasso's brush on a canvas of coloring. trapped for what would seem like an eternity, Murphy settled on this land for his home and place of rest. These caves seemed to talk to him. In a way that a piano could play the song of life, these caves played to Murphy his fleeting memories. Murphy once travelled far and wide, through to all corners of the world. Aided by his crew, they braced for the far reaches of sorrow and the closer reaches of emptying despair. Withered and battered by the sands of time, he set sail once more to anchor on the cliffs, to settle his new life in his new home. When the powers of society fall, all devices will cease to work, and by the unwritten laws of the universe, society will halt progress until order is restored and leadership is assured. The sickening actions of what I managed to do. What I managed to become is to many, by definition, Solastalgia. The distress caused on an individual by environmental change relating to their home. All those people's lives destroyed. Shouldered by the corners of the world, the village of Murphy's Point stands for its 160th year. The population now dwindled and the sleepy city turned village now remains where it has, untouched by civilizations old or new. Created by men and ended by men, the society of some and home to all. The wretches of fate have sealed the pain into a pill-sized capsule and sold as a fix that will only mask the underlying problem that will only grow stronger next time. The furthest I've been from home, the furthest I've been from the bustling noise of the highway and the busy streets that I once walked down every day, to think I'll never see it again. The cities are nothing to anyone anymore, just concrete blocks and rotting bodies. No one to buy or sell the land. The fire that we lit is left to burn out on its own, abandoned by its lighters, and left to destroy the world it grew to engulf. Destroying my inheritance is the worst thing that I've ever done. Not understanding my life led me to believe I could do no wrong. I honestly believed what I was doing was right. There is no way to repay or even come close to explain the sorrow and pain I feel. We will speak again, intermingle when the stars have become too dull to wish upon, and too faded to guide our hearts straightly. We'll speak in our native tongue, about the fires of our youth when they have become all but extinguished, and left to be nothing but embers and ash in the misguided waves of life. We will be together once more.